What's going on, YouTube, Spotify? We are back, episode 46 of Inspired Chats.
Yes.
Oh man,
Woo.
what you been up to the last couple weeks?
Nothing really grinding. That's really it. If I'm not at work,
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm with the kids. That's literally it. That's really it.
Yeah.
What about you?
Same. Not too much different. Well, actually, no. I went to Columbus.
I was like, you took vacation.
Yeah, I actually took a vacation. Yeah, but we're gonna talk about that a little later. Yeah, towards the end for our inspired rants.
Yes.
So but yeah, you were saying about a new show idea. Well, a new a special.
Yes,
right?
I think a battle of the sexes would be a dope special.
Yeah.
What you think?
That it could be fun, of course, because I know other podcasts or other not platforms, but other pages like do stuff like that. That's pretty much what I don't know if you know about 8 at the Table.
Yes, I've watched some of that stuff.
Yeah, they have conversations which mainly based in relationships, and it's pretty much a battle of the sexes thing. We share their stuff sometimes in our Instagram story, and sometimes they're reshared, or Rico Hundo, he'll share some stuff of ours. I think it could be a lot of fun. Should that be like a virtual thing? Like do like
I don't know. It really depends on who we pick.
Yeah, because it got to be a good fight.
I was about to say, it's got to be a good fight.
A good, clean fight.
Good, clean. Of course, we will be fighting for the male portion.
Yes.
That
could be a lot of fun.
We're just gonna have to find us some female contenders.
That maybe it could be a thing, like every once in a while we do like a battle of the sexes.
Yeah, that would be pretty dope. And that kind of be like its own little episode thing. Like, Battle of the Sexes, episode 1. Battle of the Sexes, episode 2.
I just see that.
And we do it every so often, so periodically.
I see the potential of that going bad, though. Battle of the Sexes, I see it like, depending on who we got and what's the topics.
And we keep advertising like a boxing match.
Yeah, like Battle of the Sexes. And we tease the topics.
Yep, we tease the topics.
And let people know who is going to be,
the man in the blue corner.
Yeah.
These is in the red corner.
I mean, we got it. That's stuff like that is real good if people got like extreme views, like far to one side, and then you get somebody on there who is far on the other side.
So fun,
and that could be a good show. That could be
good show. It could be beautiful,
but it could be bad.
It could be bad. Get the throwing blows in here.
That's what I'm saying. I think virtual would be best. That could be cool, like especially, or we could set it up like this, where it's like me and you are like talking like on the screen to them, and then have them, the two girls, in a box together at a location, and then we do that.
That would be dope. That
might work. Because sometimes if you get too many people on the on one thing, it can get a little choppy, a little loud. People don't understand, like people's Wi-Fi ain't the same and everything else. But we just gonna jump right into this hot topics bus.
Hot topic bus.
We gonna jump right into that, and these are the headlines. Xbox is developing a Wu-Tang Clan game. It's supposed to be an action-packed RPG game. And this was released, I guess, through a data leak.
Yes, I heard about this. I don't really care.
I thought it was just me. I mean,
No, I'm not interested. But
I mean, I don't want to like just go in on them or nothing, but who is really checking for a Wu-Tang?
Who is checking for the Wu-Tang Clan?
Yeah.
I mean, let us know in the comments if y'all feel differently. But I'm not checking for Wu-Tang.
Right. Nene Leakes, she had an interview with V103 where she shaded Cynthia talking about how she didn't come to Greg's repast.
Oh, yeah.
But she did visit the following week. She also mentioned how the Atlanta Housewives pitched in and for a $200 flower bouquet for her when she felt like they could have, you know.
Like, all of them definitely got $200. Like, y'all could have sent y'all flowers. I mean, that was basically, like, her tone.
In this situation, I kind of understand both sides. Because it's like, yes, y'all could have did more. But when you think about who could have done more as far as the Atlanta Housewives, you don't have a relationship with any of them.
She doesn't.
They didn't have to do anything. So at that point...
And that was what's her name? Claudia said.
Yeah. So Claudia, Portia... Yeah, I think Claudia, Portia, Cynthia... They've been doing interviews and releasing statements about, you know, responding to what she said. But it's like...
Claudia shitted on her.
Like, at the same time with Claudia, like, you know, she right. Because it's like, at the end of the day...
That woman is grieving.
Yes, I get that.
Not come at nobody like that. Claudia became aggressive.
I mean, she shouldn't have... Yeah, of course. But she shouldn't have did that. But at the end of the day, you are some lady I used to work with.
Yeah.
Like, so even if I'm still there, like, we all work together, so we gonna do something as co-workers to say, hey, like, sorry for your loss, we care. I get that, but, like, to say that, I mean, I don't know, it was a little cheap. If it was a $200 flower bouquet, they could have done more. But in that sense, when somebody lose their husband,
I mean, what's really the price? I'm about to say, like, the money don't really matter. Yeah. Like,
you know, but Nene
none of that was gonna make you feel better.
Nene brought up the money, but
she did.
Also, in Atlanta Housewives news, Portia Williams, she has her new spinoff show.
Yes, she has a spinoff
called Portia's Family Matters.
Yep.
And of course, she is not going to return to season 14 of Atlanta Housewives, but the first look of Portia Family Matters will be November 28th on Bravo. You here for it?
I don't really care about Portia. I mean, at this point, now Portia's my girl. That's bad. I love her. But I'm not checking.
Portia is my girl.
I'm not really checking for a Portia spinoff, though.
It depends. I mean, it depends on what. I mean, but I mean, I'm assuming it's about her relationship with Simon, like him getting to know her family and all that. Because as soon as they found out about that, you know, Andy sent a camera crew, so it's probably like him meeting Dennis and all this type of stuff. They probably ain't gonna really get into it because it's her show. Like, they ain't about to like be raw with it. But at least you go see a perspective. So that's coming out November 28th on Bravo. Have you heard about this? There was a California man who has eaten every meal at Six Flags for the last 6 years.
I did see that.
Yeah, so in 2014, he bought a season pass for $150. And included in that, you get 2 meals a day. So that has been what he's been eating for the last 6 years. Food that Six Flags have to offer. And he did that, and with his savings, he paid off his student loans and bought a house. I was thinking this was like hot dogs and nachos and stuff, which I still don't know. But like, if it was like from the restaurant, don't they got restaurants in Six Flags?
I mean, yeah, but like the picture made it seem like it's kind of like food carty or like concession stand.
So you've been eating hot dogs,
like hot dogs, maybe some chicken tenders, a sandwich, a burger,
some funnel cakes.
Funnel cake, like stuff like that. But I mean, he probably ain't wasting it on no funnel cake. I mean, really.
I mean, he could buy something somewhere.
I mean, that's probably not the only place he ate. Let's be real.
Yeah. But they made it seem like that's all he ate. And,
I highly doubt that. I'm pretty sure that was what his main way of eating was. I mean, and plus he had to live close to Six Flags. Because other than that, it wouldn't be beneficial. But... yeah, I mean...
my takeaway from it is that it's kind of sad that we live in a country to where you have to do certain gimmicks like that to survive or pay.
That was what I was about to say. I'm like, I think this speaks to a bigger issue.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
Is that, like, why do we live in a place where you have to take such drastic measures to pay back a fucking student loan?
To pay off a loan, you got to eat from the concession stand at
for how long?
For 6 years.
6 years?
Yeah.
You telling me it like if you literally do nothing but drain all of your money, for the most part, into your student loans, it will take you 6 years to pay that off.
That's what it seemed like.
That is fucking
because I doubt that he was doing that, taking that abuse. Because you got to think the repetitive part is the problem. Yeah. You could have said he was eating for 6 years. He could only have 2 meals a day at Red Lobster, and that is gonna get old after a while. So it's not, to me, it's not really the quality of the food. That's a whole separate story. It's the fact that I'm forced to only eat here. You could say anywhere, but to only eat there?
Yeah.
Like that yeah.
So you had to use some gimmick, use a season pass, pay $125, and then that solidifies meals for you,
right,
for the next 6 years.
Which, but yeah, that's been in the headlines. There's a new Buzz Lightyear movie that's set to be released summer 2022 by Disney Pixar. For our Instagram audience, the trailer is playing in the corner. Probably over here. I'm not sure yet. But Chris Evans will be the voice of Buzz Lightyear. Captain America. Yep. Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
I saw the trailer.
I can see it.
Y'all looking at it now? It looks good.
It look legit. I ain't watched it yet.
Yeah.
But I did see like the pictures and the comparisons and stuff like that. I'm like, hey, what good?
Yeah.
Is it Pixar?
Yep, Disney Pixar. I have not heard.
Oh, then this is amazing.
Yeah,
Pixar does
the voice.
Great work.
It looks like that quality too. I've heard. I have not heard the voice like in the clip in the trailer. They don't have him talk, but I was thinking like maybe that might be an important thing. Like a lot of people was thinking Tim Allen was going to be the voice because he's the iconic Buzz Lightyear voice.
Oh, he was.
And but technically, this is not that Buzz Lightyear story. This is the real Buzz Lightyear, in which the action figure was based off of. You see what I'm saying? So the voice don't really matter. And I already know, because just like when they released Sonic trailer, and just like they released Aladdin with Will Smith as the genie, everybody got these critiques, everybody got these issues. And I know for Buzz Lightyear, since they got the look right, the only thing you can say is the voice. And I know that's.
But I don't think a lot of people gonna complain.
You don't need it. You don't need it.
I don't think a lot of people gonna complain because I don't think Tim Allen even did the voice for the cartoons. Like there was a whole mini-series for Buzz Lightyear on Disney Kid. What was that? Disney Kid? Whatever.
I mean, for that, like, it'll be at first like watching the movie. It'll be a little off for me, but I'll get over it, and I think everybody else should too.
I was about to say I don't see nothing wrong with that. Me hearing his voice, that kind of how Captain America was, that Justice-y kind of.
It'll work.
It works for me. Buzz Lightyear was a.
The last thing we got here on the Hot Topics bus is that Facebook announced a new format change. You looked into that.
Yes.
What can we expect?
Basically, they're changing the name. Facebook is changing its name to Meta, and they are talking about starting a metaverse. Which is basically, in essence, kind of 3D avatars, stores. Like you can go to parties and stuff with your friends. Online. Kind of.
Like a Sims.
Yeah, like chatty. I don't know, I don't want to say chat room. But like, yeah, kind of simmy.
You think that's the future?
I can see it. I mean, we watch enough movies.
I see it for the young crowd. I think they're trying to kick the old people off Facebook.
I mean, yeah, that's what it sounds like. But I mean, I don't see no old person doing all that work. Like, I gotta create an avatar and then depending on what it's like, I gotta go to my friend's house. Yeah. To see their page and see what they wrote and blase, or like, because then let's say like they do something asinine where it's like, it's like a Sims. So then you create your avatar and then your avatar has to get on the computer. So.
To be on Facebook.
That would be dumb.
I can see that.
But I can see it happening.
But then that would make Facebook an app in that meta world.
Yeah.
Which is, it's a lot. That's layers. But
it's layers.
We'll see. I'm sure they're going to do a slow rollout. We probably can't expect to see this probably for another year.
I was about to say, we probably won't see this in no time.
It'll be a slow thing.
The way from what the little bit of information that we got, the massive scale of what Mark Zuckerberg is talking about. Yeah, we're not getting this no time soon, and it's going to have so many issues.
And I think that's why
before it gets off the ground.
And that's why they bought Instagram, so they can afford to do this now. So even if they do this and it just bomb, and Facebook just tank in stock, and everybody is like done with Facebook because of all these changes, and it'll probably be left to like the TikTok crowd, but most people like that will be like, well, I still got Instagram.
Yeah, I still got Instagram.
Or I still got Twitter.
Or I got Twitter.
And it's something
they don't have Twitter, right?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No. But, so, yeah, we'll see what happens. Just like we said in the last video, you got to be able to adapt. You got to be able to assess what's coming at you and adjust. So hopefully you do that. Take that advice.
Sounds young, though.
It sounds very young. But we're going to jump into our first topic.
I'm a little warm.
Yeah. I should have turned on that ceiling fan. First topic. Short topic, I guess. You can talk and share your views on things. I was thinking, I meant to add one more, but popular lies.
Okay.
I was just thinking about stuff like, throughout the day or whatever about certain lies that seem to be universal. And I want y'all to let us know in the comments if you agree with these. I only got 4, but maybe us talking about these, we can spark something else. Leave a popular lie in the comments on Instagram. A traumatic swim story. Okay? I was watching a show, and it seemed like somebody like saying, oh, like I can't swim or I don't swim because when I was a kid, my uncle threw me in the ocean, and that's how whatever. Traumatic swim story. Have you ever heard anybody say, like, they don't swim because of a traumatic... Yeah. Do you remember any of them? Like, the stories or no?
Yeah, like how you
general?
Said... Yeah, like my uncle threw me into the pool and they just said swim, or...
Or my dad kicked me in the pool.
Or my dad kicked me in the pool, or a cousin was playing and they almost drowned me, they dunked me, and like stuff like that. But I mean, I don't think a lot of this stuff is lies.
Okay.
I mean, as far as swim stories, just the swim stories.
Right.
Even I have a traumatic swim story.
Oh, God.
Well, it wasn't even a traumatic swim story. I wasn't swimming, but basically, I was a little kid. I was on a dock or something with my mom, and like I threw the ball, and the ball went down the dock, and I fell into the pond trying to get the ball. Okay. It almost drowned.
How old were you?
I was like 2 or 3.
Okay. Well, maybe that is a little low. Okay, so for that one, I wouldn't say it's a lie, but we'll say it's a thread. It's a common thread that a lot of people share.
Yeah, like a lot of people share. Like,
that one, but not a couple of these other ones.
I mean, yes,
because I got another one here. My hair used to be longer than this. Like when you see a girl, got short hair or whatever, they always mention like how they love to have short hair. Oh, my hair used to be way longer than this, and I cut it for some whatever reason. Like, I used to know this one person, and I hope she ain't watching, but because you don't know, and I hope she ain't watching. But I remember,
tell the story.
She has short hair. She got very short hair. Okay, it might be like 1.5 inches. Okay, and she told me one time, and which is fine, like you can have short hair, but that's if you whatever, whatever.
Get to the point.
And she pretty much said like, yeah, like I've always kept my hair short, and she said my hair used to be way longer than this. That's the lie that we own. And she said, but I like to keep it short. She said whenever it get like to my eye, like where I can see it, I just feel like that's just way too much, and I just cut it off. And I was like, of course that can be true. Everybody don't have to have
crazy.
Right. Everybody don't have to want long hair as a woman. You don't have to want long hair. But that was a lie. You can't grow hair.
But you can't grow
and that's fine too. But
I was about to say because I know some women who can't grow hair.
And that's just what it is. Some people can grow hair, some people can't. Like,
but you could if you.
But everybody.
You don't go into why and how to grow hair. Not the point.
Right. But any other comment on my hair used to be longer than me?
I'm gonna keep it
to
myself. Move on.
Okay, we got another one. I'm allergic to bees.
I feel like everybody said that. Another lie. Well, we gonna stay on the bees, or you got a bee story?
No, that's just the general.
Okay.
Like, I feel like most people turn scared to bees.
Yeah. So I'm allergic to bees. Like I was just about to say, like people be like, "Oh, I'm allergic to fish."
Okay.
I think a lot of people lie about that.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, like a allergic lie is not something that you can really test out or not.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I feel like a lot of people did it because I did it when I was a kid.
I think some people do that to kind of like it's weird. It gives them a personality in a way, and it gives them something special. Like for me, if I've always hated peppers or shrimp or something, If I always hated it, I just never liked it. I don't like the way it make my stomach feel, and the texture is off. I never liked it. Yeah, I could say, oh, I'm allergic to that.
I'm gonna say, because that was like me as a kid. I used to lie. I told everybody I was allergic to fish.
Yeah.
Because for the most part, like, one that's like when I'm saying like, oh, well, my parent is, or and then it was just like, ugh, I don't really like the way fish smells, so ugh, I'm allergic to it. So like, you will never try to feed it.
Saying you're allergic in a weird way, even though it's admitting an allergy, it seems stronger than just saying I don't like it. Mm-hmm. You know, it seems more grown up. Like it's out of my choice. Like it's not my choice to have it. Oh, I can't eat that.
I can't eat it.
That's funny. That's a good line though. And this is another one that I plan to do. Lying about weight loss. Because for people who don't know, let me start off with this.
That just reminds me of that one conversation we had that one time talking about when I get fit.
Yeah. Yeah. So let me fill y'all in. So for me, I am currently on a weight loss journey. A health journey more than a weight loss journey.
It's about the health here.
And it is about the health. But I got, I guess a couple things going on with me that I'm correcting, and I'm doing great. For the most part, let me see, from when I started, I'm down, I would say, about 25 to 30 pounds.
Are you lying?
Huh? No, that's the truth.
That's the truth.
No, that is the truth. But the lie is going to come in to say after I lose like 25 more or 20 more, I'm going to say I lost 150 pounds. That's what I'm going to do.
People always exaggerate it.
And people do that. Like people, like say if somebody lose like 40 pounds and like, oh, you look good. Like what you been, oh yeah. Like, I used to be 587 pounds. Like
I look
just
good.
Add something extra.
I look super good for my weight.
Which makes sense. Because it's like.
Makes you look better. It makes you look better than what. Yeah, than what you really did.
Especially if somebody trying to throw shade. Like if I say walk in and my shirt too tight or something, like, oh look, I'm just happy to get into these clothes because like if you seen what I was, like what I used to be, like you could, if you don't know me before, I could say whatever I want.
You could.
You know, and I think I
used to be a fat loser, just like you.
I'm going to use that. I cannot wait to use that. I think I've already started using that, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna hold off about 20 more pounds, and then that is gonna be my go-to story. Yeah, you didn't know? You didn't know? Oh yeah, I was on the episode of 600 Pound Life, and I just decided. I woke up one day. And I started eating carrots, and
now look at me.
Made it look easy. But let's see, lying about weight loss. I think that's that kind of go into like lying about age too. I used to do that.
You still do.
Huh? Shut up. I'm going the other way now though. Because I remember when I was younger, which I had a reason to though, kind of. When I was younger, in my 20s, well in my early 20s since I'm only 29. In my early 20s, I used to say that I was older.
I mean, everybody wants to be older when you're younger.
But it's not.
Then you switch it.
But it's not to appear to be older.
No, so you can do older shit.
Yeah, and most of my friends was older.
Yeah.
So it's like, it made sense to to be seen as a little older.
I've just stopped recently lying about being a little bit older.
Yeah.
Because people used to always assume, be like, damn, you so young. And then you start getting those stupid ass questions.
Yeah. I remember a little text.
Oh, you just a baby. Like,
a little text, they called me a middle-aged black man.
Stop doing that.
I was 20.
Oh, shit. They sure did. I remember that because somebody definitely said that to me one time. They was like, yo, like, Travis? I'm like, yeah, like the older, like the middle-aged black dude.
And at the time, I was 23.
I'm like, nigga.
I was 23.
Like 23.
If that, I was 23. And they would
middle-aged black dude.
This was my past job that I told you about.
That shit used to be so
in the last
funny.
Video. It was that job where I was the coordinator and the training process. The person who would walk the trainers through was saying, "Oh yeah, just look for Travis. He should be over there. He's a middle-aged black guy." And I was like,
actually, I think that was when it was told to me. When I came and started,
Kilgore did it.
Yes, they told me that I already knew you.
Because you came over like, do you know they're calling you a middle-aged black man?
You know they calling you a middle-aged black man? Like, they think you an old nigga around here.
Right. I was like, I did not, yeah.
Yeah, look for Travis, the middle-aged black dude. He'll be the one. Middle-aged.
Well, our next topic.
That was so funny.
Make sure you let us know any popular lies or funny lies, or if you agree with these or your reactions in the comments on Instagram. Next topic, bereavement. I petition, like bereavement as far as jobs is concerned. I think it's time that you should be able to choose your bereavement list, like a fave 5. Like on T-Mobile, we used to do that. Like, these are my top 5, at least 5. And we'll start off right. We're gonna say just say 5. We'll start off super modest. You ain't gonna be able to have a list of 30 people that's saying if something happens to them, I need 3 days off from work. No. Yeah. But like, say at least a list of 5, not including family. Like, family is already in there. And
okay,
you should be able to add 5 people.
Okay, so you get your immediate
to
family.
A bereavement policy, to where if something like, and this could be a friend, this could be a distant cousin, this could be like your friend said, like the uncle who really raised me,
or aunt,
or whoever,
like that, aunt,
or it could be a pastor, whoever.
Okay,
you know.
So you saying you should immediately get your immediate family. So that's moms, dad, son, kids,
yes,
siblings.
Yes,
that's who that covers.
Yep.
Then you can get you get an extra 5.
Yes.
Of like cousin, mailman, whatever.
Or if a girlfriend or boyfriend.
I was about to say girlfriend.
That's not even technically included.
No,
in the
they don't.
policy.
Yeah, because they don't even.
You could be in a
count them as serious people.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you could be dating somebody for 3 years, and if something happens to them, the job won't pay you for the time off.
I do have a bereavement story.
Yeah. I mean, I got some fake bereavement stories.
No, I got a real bereavement story. Remember?
What?
With Derek.
Yeah. You want to share?
These motherfuckers. I just got immediately irritated again. I totally forgot that had happened. Yeah. So,
tell it quick.
In my real story, so in my life, in my personal experience, so I had a brother-in-law who passed.
Yeah.
But me and the girl, me and her got divorced. So me and her wasn't married anymore. Mm-hmm. And since we wasn't married, even though me and him was very close, like very close, my job said that I could not take time off and I would not get paid for bereavement or anything because we were not related.
Yeah.
So I couldn't take time off. They were trying to get me to work the whole 9. Mm-hmm. So I just had to take the time off with no pay.
Honestly, though, like, that's not... you cannot have a bereavement policy on paper, technically. Because even if we did my plans where you added 5 people, mm-hmm. who's... like, what if he didn't make the list? And then that's... You know, like, it's like... It should be some type of process to where, like, I'll let people know, like, look, this person died. I need a couple days. Like, it shouldn't be... You shouldn't be seen as being dishonest from jump with that. Yeah. Like, if I say this is somebody who was close to me, this is somebody I loved, and this person passed away, that should be enough. Now, if I, like, you know, if you see... Maybe you get a few of those a year. And if you happen to, you know, and it's unfortunate, but, like, say if you use them in January, February, March, and then your mom passed in December... Sorry, like, you know, or not your mom, but like say if somebody else, mm-hmm. like a cousin who was raised as a sibling with you, and then something like that happened, then you know, you can take the time off, but you won't get paid.
I'm about to say, or just do that. Just give me the time off and don't pay me for it. But like in the situation, I could have swore at that time I had PTO and everything.
Yeah.
So it's like if I have PTO. Now, it's different. Now, I feel like bereavement, you should get paid for it regardless. Even if you don't have the PTO.
Yeah.
Even if you don't have the PTO.
The bereavement should not have nothing to do with
that's what I'm saying.
PTO.
But if you have PTO and then you say, hey, my cousin died, but we was really close. I want to use PTO for those days. Then your job should just be like, okay, well, you going to take the time. Like, if they initially say, hey, you're going to have to we can give you those days off, but you won't get paid for it. And then you rebuttal with, okay, I'll just use my PTO because... That's what PTO is for. Yeah. It's for emergencies, accidents, and shit of that nature. So that if I rebuttal and say, hey, I got PTO, I'm just going to use my PTO for these days off since y'all gave me, y'all going to give me those days off anyway. At that point, what's the battle?
Yeah.
Let it go.
And it's time that we just took a look at that because you don't know who I know or their level of importance to me.
No.
You don't know that.
I mean,
like if I hold somebody in good regards, like I didn't even think about it before, like how I just said to you, like the pastor, that's a good one.
Yeah,
because that's something that the job is not going to recognize as anybody.
Hell no.
But some people, their pastors is they mentor, they married their families, like they married them to their wife. Mm-hmm. They are like
they go to Bible study,
a coach, like
a
life
coach. It's somebody you talk to regularly.
It's a pillar in your community for people who are in those communities.
Yep.
And if your pastor passed away, your job is not going to let you get days off, like to greet, like. It's just crazy, like, or anything else. It could be a best friend. Mm-hmm. Like, it could be anything.
But that's the thing. But at that point, though, I will play the devil's advocate.
Yeah.
At what point do you draw the line with a job, though?
Yeah, black people mess that up.
I was just about to say that, because, I mean, you got people who will lie about people dying.
I mean...
Then you have people who will just take off for anything. For anything.
I mean...
Oh, well, I saw this person and I got an obituary because I literally have heard that happen. I know somebody. I'm not even talking about that. But I do know somebody who literally, in their younger life, knew somebody who died. And then they used it to take time off. Like, they didn't really know the person. Oh, okay. They didn't really know the person. It's like, okay, like, me, I used yo uncle died. Yeah. So then I used I'm like, hey, make sure you bring me an obituary.
Bring me what?
Bring me for the
wait a minute. Is that why people always be asking for programs?
Yeah.
Like when people say, hey, like you got any extra programs? Like make sure I can't make it, but make sure you bring me a program.
Sometimes, yeah, like it was something like that. Like make sure you bring me a program. And then they use the program
at their job.
Like, look, I went to the funeral.
They get a couple days paid.
Depending
on that job's bereavement policy. I mean, people gonna get over in any situation. That's just gonna happen.
So it's just like at what point?
Yeah.
Where do you draw the line?
I mean, it needs to be a line drawn somewhere.
As the company, I'm not just handing out days.
But I think adding the 5, it would help.
It helps. It doesn't fix it, but it helps a little bit.
Because you need to do like a few things, but that could help. At least give me the opportunity of when I work here, like when I start the job, I should be able to add 5 people to my immediate family bereavement. And those people can be friends.
And make changes to it as I please.
Anything. Yeah, no, not as you please. You could probably do it like healthcare to where you can only update just like once a year. You're not about to come in here every week just changing it up.
Well, I got a new girlfriend.
Because you fell out with this person.
I got a new girlfriend.
Well, you got to put in the time to get the bereavement. You got to be with her for at least 1 year.
Oh my God, we've been together for 6 months.
Year. That's not enough.
Me and the other girl was together at the beginning of the year, and now it's December. Me and her was together in January. Now it's July, and me and her not together no more. Me and my new girlfriend together.
You can wait for open enrollment.
What if she die?
What? You better hope she don't then. Like what? What you want? We can't give you everything.
Lifestyle. What you want me to do? She sell drugs.
Well, we can't help it. That's who you fell in love with.
Okay, and I need to go to her funeral when she get popped.
Well, you better hope it don't happen this year. Because open enrollment is not until March. So at that point, you can, no, because the jobs need to put their foot down when it comes to that. You just can't be lax and just open the doors to bereavement like that, because of course it's gonna get abused. And I already shared a story in a previous. It was when we did "Are You a Bad Person?" the game. We did an episode 20 something. Where are you a bad person?
That was one of the questions, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I shared. Have you? The question was, have you ever lied about a death in the family? Have you ever lied about a death to get time off work?
Yeah.
I have. I've done it. But
one of the reasons why,
because
they don't get bereavement.
No, that job wasn't about to let me get nothing, and I don't feel bad. So yeah, I had to kill somebody.
Somebody had to go.
Like so I know from both sides. I know from the lying and corrupt side. So I know you can't have it too lax. There do need to be some checkpoints, but at the same time, you can't be too strict because that'll make people fall out with you or have an issue with you permanently.
Yeah.
If somebody close to them
die and they didn't get to spend that time,
and then they don't get to either take the time off or they don't get paid for it, so they're missing money. That just seems so cold, like coming from the job, and a person can fall out with a job and never respect them after that, or at least the person who delivered the message.
Yeah.
So we're gonna move on to our next topic. Professionalism. Again, we done touched on this topic before. Professionalism.
Professionalism.
People, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna just keep it super sweet.
No, go in. I'm so sick of these unprofessional mother.
And this is our inspired rant, by the way. So I want both of us to go in. So first, I'm gonna start off nice. Professionalism. If you sign up for a job, my only request is that you do said job efficiently. It don't have to be to the best of your ability. I already gave up on that. It don't have to be, you don't have to strive for the best. I'm realistic now. Okay? Just come here. Clock in when you're supposed to clock in. Do what you're supposed to do when you're there, even if it's bare minimum. And then, and be that. Like, you don't have to be a positive force of change in the job. No. But you need to do what's expected of you in the job that you accepted. Do the bare fucking minimum. Even if it was the bare minimum. Fine. Just do that. Because I had an experience when I was in Columbus just over the last week.
On vacation.
Yeah. On vacation.
I'm going to say we need to stress that.
So,
on vacation.
It's a long story. So I'm going to just give y'all the chopped up cliff notes.
Give y'all
because we running out of time. But so we get to the hotel, and it's the two front desk guys. They were super nice, over the top, super accommodating.
Yes.
Polite. They gave us all the information we need, all that type of stuff.
They did their job.
They were awesome, and literally everybody else in the whole experience, everybody else their job from that moment did their job. Like from like I said, from the manager to the cleaning ladies to the cooking staff to everybody. They did what they're supposed to do. The bartender just felt like she did not have to do what she needed to do.
Not even the bare minimum.
And her job, because of COVID, she's running the bar, and she also is supposed to take phone calls of food orders because the bar is like connected to the kitchen or something. Yeah. So she got to take the orders or whatever. And she pretty much just told us to our face that she's like, I'm not going to answer the phone. You can call if you want to, but I'm not going to answer it. She said she got too much going on or whatever, and they never told her how to do it. Like, I guess the job, I don't know.
Because it's not common sense. They pick up a phone and
so
write a little order or type it in the computer, whatever.
It took everything in me. Not everything in me, but I was this close to having to pull Jessica off of her. Like, she was about to attack that girl. And it was just a blatant in your face, like, I don't care, and I don't know, and I don't want to know.
Yeah, like kind of like, do my fuck job. You, I don't care about doing my job.
Yeah, like, and I pretty much just had to tell her. I had to tell her, like, look, I don't know you at all. This is my first time interacting with you. I don't know if you're joking. I don't know your sense of humor. But if you are joking, like, this is the time to say that you're playing. And she said she was serious, and then we handled the situation the way we had to handle it. So I said all that to say this. Do your jobs. If you're dealing with people, if you're dealing with customers. Now, if you somewhere in a factory somewhere, I don't really care how you do your job personally.
I'm about to say no type of jobs don't really matter, but when you are interacting with others, even as co-workers,
people don't care.
Even as co-workers, you need to do your job. Even the bare minimum, like showing up on time and not late, like an hour late or 2 hours late. Or just blatantly saying fuck everybody else who was on shift before you, and I'm going to just get there with a fuck everybody I feel like, or fuck it, I'm not coming in at all, and I'm not going to tell nobody I'm not coming. That's the type of bullshit that we deal with in our fields. Mm-hmm. But that is why professionalism is fucking key. That's about to be me. Yeah, professionalism is key. Like, just respect other people and their time.
Yeah.
And, I mean, respect your job. I mean, you signed up for it.
And I'm not even going to say, like, you're representing the company.
No, like, it's not even all that.
No, you're representing yourself.
Yeah.
You being that type of person to where nobody can rely on you. You don't do what you're supposed to do. You constantly dropping the ball. Or you don't understand your job description. That is not okay. You should want to be better for yourself. It shouldn't take people to be so disappointed in you to just give up on you.
Yeah, or so irritated at every time, every interaction.
And don't you feel that? Don't you notice when nobody at the job mess with you? Nobody likes you.
Nobody
interacts with you. It's nothing extra with you. It's literally just we walk by each other, exchange a few small words, and that's it. Like,
depending on the person.
Yeah.
Because I know some people I don't give nothing. Right. I will literally walk out of here, don't speak to you, won't look in your direction. We'll already be in my car before you even pull up.
Right.
And as soon as I see a car, I'm not hitting you with a deuces, nothing. I'm pulling off and you pull it in. We don't talk, we don't exchange anything. Because that's your lack of professionalism. And at that point, like, anybody should have a problem with that being your workplace.
Now it's time for some free inspiration.
Take it away.
So, I'm going to tell y'all a little story. It's a short story. Hopefully I don't draw it out too long. Where pretty much life on Earth, it pretty much functions just like a beehive. To where 95% of the bees, they are pretty much by the book. They only know to go out, search for pollen, come back, bring back the pollen and the nectar, and they bring it back to the hive. And by doing that, they get attention from the other bees. They so when they come back into the loading dock, all the bees is there, and they do like a little dance, like because they're happy, they provide, they're carrying their weight. And they get a lot of attention, the bees, like they fill over them, to get the pollen and the nectar out. I don't know if y'all know this, but bees have a public stomach to where other bees can pretty much like reach in there to see what you got, kind of thing. It's not like a stomach's not like they're going down your throat or nothing. But anyway,
I was not aware of
but that is the equivalent of attention.
Okay,
that's likes, shares,
love.
People call it love,
affection.
Yeah, affection. Yeah. That's what it is. So 95% of the beehive repeat this cycle over and over again until they eventually die. Meanwhile, about 5% of the bees, they don't seem to do anything to earn their keep. They fly out, they fly in loops, they do figure eights, and they're not on the same system as the 95%. They just, they just float around,
they do their thing.
Yeah, they following their whims, they doing their
they
own
do their own
thing. Eventually, the flower patch that the 95% bees go into on a daily basis, like robots, eventually it runs out.
Yeah.
It's out of pollen, it's out of nectar, and they start to come back with less and less. The other bees, there at the loading dock, they turn their back on them. The ones that used to fill them up and check their stomach and dance with them and all that because they got all this stuff, they start to turn their back on them, and the bees get depressed. They're depressed because instead of flying in and walking around the hive, they actually start crawling in because they're not getting any of that attention, any of that praise. Okay? I'm almost done. So eventually they do that to where they come back with nothing, but that's all they know. So every day, day after day, they go back to that same dead flower patch. So you're staring at me. At some point, the 5%, they start to come back to the hive. They come back to the hive, and with pollen.
The 5%.
The 5%. Because with them doing their own thing and just flying around and just floating around life, not seeming to be pulling their weight, they stumble upon a flower patch. So then they go to the flower patch, they get what they need, and they come back. Now they're the rock stars, like they're the celebrities. Because now they're getting the attention. They're getting all the attention, they're getting all the praise, they're getting all of that, and all the bees, they pretty much gather around. They watch the bees dance, they taste the food, they see what they got to see if it's worthy of that being the new mission, like the flower patch that they go to. And so the 95ers, the 95%ers
now go to the new patch that the 5% bees found. Okay, and that is the same. That is the same. Pretty much, that pattern repeats itself. It's a collective mind operating in the base of 20,000 bees. It's like one mind with 20,000 bees. And my point is that our world pretty much operates the same way. So for the free inspiration today is just because your path might seem different, it might seem scary, it might seem crazy, you might not have support. People are telling you that you're not doing anything with your life, or they don't see your vision. Don't let that stop your dreams. Okay. And
you might just be one of the 5% that could inspire the next generation. And with that, that was episode 46.
6.
Inspired Chats. Thank you for watching.